Hello my lovely crochet fans. Today we're going to be making a teeny tiny teddy. So the yarn that I am using for this project is the Sheep G's Cortana, and I'm using, now let me make sure I'm correct, I think this is old lace, which looks like white. I believe this is coffee, I'm not sure. It could be coffee or brown. This, I believe, is either rust or copper. I have this one, I know for a fact is old lace. I'm just gonna show you the numbers on the back because the colors is not on here. So the first one was 162, but I don't know which one they go to because I took them off. And the other one was 383. And I have two of each of these because they're only 25 grams, so they're very small. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm also using an E hook, a 3.5 millimeter, and you're gonna need a pair of scissors and a yarn needle to sew in any of your ends. And also you're going to need some stuffing, and you're going to need some safety eyes for our teeny tiny teddy. Now, and you're also gonna need a stitch marker. You can just use some scrap yarn. Now we're gonna go ahead and get started. And what we're gonna do is we're going to chain 3, so 1, 2, and 3, and then we're going to join. Go. And then in the ring that we just made, I know it's really tiny, we are going to put 6 single crochets in that ring. So this is 1, there we go, it's 1, this is 2, this is 3, and then this is 4, this is 5, and then this is 6. And now right there I'm going to stop and put in my stitch marker. There we go. And now we're going to put, for round 2, we're going to put 2 single crochets into each stitch, leaving us with a total of 12. So I think right here. So 1 and 2. 2, and then right here is 3 and 4. Then we have, oh, that's not right. There we go. That's 5 and 6. This one is 7 and 8. And it's 9 and 10. Then our last one right here, which is 11 and 12. And then I'm going to go ahead and pull up my stitch marker. There we go. I'm going to pull this tail bend crocheting over to close the hole in the middle. Now for round 3, we're going to do 1 single crochet in the next stitch, and then 2 single crochet in the stitch after that. And at the end, you should have a total of 18 stitches. So that's 2. And then we have 1. Then this is 2, so 1 and 2. Then 1. One and 2, then 1, 1 and 2, then 1, then 1 and 2, okay. Looks like something went wrong with that one. Now I have to go back. So you're always supposed to end on 2, and when you don't, it means you've done something wrong. So I'm gonna go back. It is 1 single crochet and then 2 in the next. So let's make sure we do this correctly. So that's 1 and 2. Then the next, there's a stitch right here I might have missed. That's 1. Then this is 2 stitches. This is 1. This is 2. 1 and 2. Then this is 1. And this is 2, 1 and 2. Then we have 1 stitch, then 2 stitches, 1 and 2, and then we have 1 here, and then our very last one is 2. So I must have skipped a stitch. 1 and 2. Okay, that is much better. Now I'm going to go ahead and pull up my stitch marker. And now for on round 4. So at the end of this, which is round 3, you should have 18 stitches. So for round 4, we're going to have 1 single crochet in the next 2 stitches. So that's the first, and then this is the second. And then there's going to be 2 single crochets in the next stitch, and you're going to repeat that, and at the end you should have 24 stitches. So that's 1, 1, and then this is 2. So 1 and 2, then 1, 1, and then 2. So that's 1 and 2, and then again 1, 1, and 1 and 2, and then 1, 1, and then this is 2. So 1 and 2. And then 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet, then 2 single crochets. 1 and 2. And now that was my last one, so I'm going to go ahead and pull up my stitch marker, if I can without destroying it. Come on. There we go. There we go. Okay, so now we're on round 5. Round 5, you're going to do 3 single crochet. So 1 single crochet in the next 3 stitches. 2, 3, and then 2 single crochet in the stitch after that. So 1 and 2, and then you're just gonna repeat that. So 1, 2, and 3, and at the end of this one you should have 30, and this is 2, 1, and 2. 1, 2, and 3, and then this is 1 and 2. Then 1, 2, and 3, then 2, 1 and 2, and 1, 2, and 3, and then 2. So 1 and 2. Then one last time. 1, 2, and 3, and then 2. So 1 and 2. Right, and then I'm going to pull up my stitch marker. Okay, and now we're on round 6, and round 6 will be our last increase round, and it's 1 single crochet in the next 4 stitches. It's 2, 3, and 4, and then 2 single crochet in the stitch after that. So that's 2, and then we have 1, 2, 3, and 4, and you should have 36 stitches at the end of this. So 1 and 2, then again that's 1 single crochet in the next 4 stitches. That's 3 and 4, and then 2 single crochets in the stitch after that. So 1 and 2, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then 2 single crochet in the stitch. So 1 and 2, and then 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then 2 single crochet in the stitch. So 1 and 2, and then this is our last one, which is 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then 2 single crochet, so 1 and 2. Now for rounds 7 and 8, what we're going to do is this last stitch here, this last single crochet, we're going to do this with our white here. So you're going to finish the last stitch for round 6 with your white, and you're going to do round 7 and 8, which is 1 single crochet all the way around. You're going to do that one in white, and then when we get back I will show you what you're going to do next. Okay, so now that I have finished rounds 7 and 8 with white, I've gone ahead and I've cut my white off, and now I have got my copper here, and with the copper we're going to single crochet in the next 4. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then we're going to do a single crochet decrease, and then we're just going to repeat that all the way around. so now that I've finished round 9, we're going to go to round 10, and we're going to keep using our copper for round 10. Round 10 is 1 single crochet in the next 3 stitches, and then it's a single crochet decrease, and then you're just going to continue on with that. You're just going to repeat it all the way to an end. Okay, so I'm at the end of round 10, and now we're going to switch. Before I finish this decrease, I'm going to switch to brown and finish it with my brown. Then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pull up my stitch marker there. There we go. And now we're going to move on to round 11 with our brown here. And with round 11, we're going to single, with our brown, we're going to single crochet in the next 2 stitches, and then we're going to do a decrease, and we're going to repeat that. So it's just 1 single crochet in the next 2 stitches, and then a decrease. Okay, so now that I finished round 11, I'm going to go ahead and do the last round, which is round 12, which is 1 single crochet and then a decrease. So 1 single crochet and then a decrease. And you're just going to repeat this all the way to the end, and then once you're done, when we get back, I'll show you how to put the eyes in and then the stuffing. start on the feet and the body. So I have already made one little tiny foot here. You have to make two, and I'm going to go ahead and make the other one. But on this one at the end, we won't cut off the yarn or finish off. So with our brown, we're going to chain 3. So 1, 2, and 3. And then we're going to join. And then we're going to go into that hole where we just joined. And we're going to put 6 single crochet. So 1, 2, and this is 3, 4, and then this is 5 and 6. Now I am going to use a stitch marker, and I have switched to this bright yellow one. It's just much easier. Okay, now for round 2 of these feet, we're going to go ahead and put 2 single crochet into each stitch. So 1 and 2, if I can get it in there. Hold on. Uh-oh. There we go. That's 2. Then right here, get that in there. 3 and 4. Then 5, 6, and this is 7 and 8, 9 and 10, and our very last one, which is 11. Uh-oh, not crocheting over my tail, which I'm going to pull before I do this to close that hole in the middle. So this is 11 and 12. All right, and now I'm just going to pull up my stitch marker. There we go. Now for round 3, we're going to do 1 single crochet in the next 3 stitches. So 1, this is 2 and 3. Go, and then 2 single crochet in the next stitch. So 1 and 2, and then again just gonna repeat. So 1, 2 and 3, and then 2 single crochet. 1 and 2, and then 1, 2 and 3, and then 1 and 2. And then I'm going to pull up my stitch marker. Go. Now for round 4, we're going to put 1 single crochet in the next 3 stitches. So 1, 2 and 3, and then we're going to do 1 single crochet decrease. So so there's my decrease, and then we're just gonna repeat to the end. So 1, 2, 3, and then decrease. Then 1, 2, and 3, and then we do the decrease. All right, so there we go. And remember, we're not going to cut it. Just gonna pull up my stitch marker real quick. Now, from here, we'll be moving on to the body. So we're not gonna cut anything or anything like that. What we're gonna do is we're gonna crochet these two together, just like this. Okay, just like this, and we're gonna crochet around the whole thing, and we should have 24 stitches, because it should be 12 on each one. So I am going to put these together, and I'm gonna start right where the string is. Actually, I did finish this up, but it would probably be easier if I just took that out. And did it like this. Or turned it the right way. It's not the right way. Okay. So now I'm just gonna take, and I am just going to go through, right there. There we go. I'm gonna go through that loop that I made. And then I'm just gonna go to the very first stitch, which is here. And I'm gonna go through all of them like that. Pull this one close, pull that one close. Now I'm just gonna go around. It's just gonna be one single crochet. Well, actually it's gonna be two. You're gonna do two because this is round 4. So three single crochets all the way around. So it's with rounds 5, 6, and 7 are going to be all one single crochet in each stitch. So I've already attached it. Now I'm just going to crochet over the tail and go around. So 1, 2, this is 3, 4, 5, and 6. 6. This is 7, 8, 9, 10. This is 11. That's 12. And here's where we attached it, so I should be moving on to the next. So the next one would be here. And that's 13. 14. 15. 16. This is 17. 18. 19, this is 20, and 21, 22, come on now, 22, 23, and 24. There we go. 24 stitches. That's 24 stitches. And then we're going to go ahead and I'm going to pull in my little stitch marker here. There's our 24 stitches. And here is our feet we have put together now. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we are going to do, this was the first round of single crochets all around. Now you're going to do 2 more single crochets all the way around. So of course I'm going to do mine off camera, and just counting, I don't believe this here is a stitch. So just count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. So no, this is not a stitch. You're going to skip over, and I'll bring you in just a little bit. So there's a, what looks like a stitch right here. You're going to skip over that and just do 1 single crochet all the way around for rounds 6 and 7. Okay, so now that I have gone ahead and I have finished the tiny little feet here. Now, where are my scissors? Okay, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to cut off our brown, and we're going to start with our white here that we have. So I'm going to go back and finish this last stitch with white. And now for the next 3 rounds, we're going to do them in white. So we finished rounds, what was this? This was round 7, I believe. So round 8, we're going to do 1 single crochet in the next 4 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then we're going to do 1 single crochet decrease. Go. And then we're going to repeat that. So 1, this is 2, 3, and 4. And then 1 single crochet decrease. And then again, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then 1 single crochet decrease. Then again, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then 1 single crochet decrease. There we go. And now I'm just going to pull up my stitch marker. Pull it up some. There we go. Now, for rounds 9 and 10, we're going to go ahead and we're going to do 1 single crochet in each stitch. I am going to go ahead and finish that up off camera, and when I get back after those 2 rounds, I will tell you and show you what you need to do next. Okay, so I went ahead and I finished rounds 9 and 10. Now, we're gonna go ahead and we are going to take this time to stuff some of our teeny tiny bear. So I'm just gonna take a little bit and put it on one side, and I'll take the other little bit and put it on the other side, and then this will go right in here. There we go. And it's so cute. Those tiny little nubs. This is too cute. I like it. There we go. Okay, so this is like the bottom half of our teeny tiny bear. So now we're going to cut off our white, and we're gonna go ahead and finish. Now we're going to do round 11, 12, and 13 in our copper, but we need to finish this last stitch with copper and not white. So I'm gonna pull that out, and I'm gonna finish the last stitch with our copper. Okay, there we go. Pull that down, make sure everything's tight. And now for round 11, we're going to single crochet in the next 3. So that's 2, and this is 3. And then we're going to do a single crochet decrease. So 1 and 2. Go. And then we repeat. So 1, 2, and then 3, and then a decrease. So 1 and 2. Then we do this again. So 1, 2, and 3. Then we do the decrease. There's our decrease. And then again, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, now we're just gonna pull up our stitch marker. Okay, so now we have rounds 12 and 13, which are simply 1 single crochet all the way around. So I'm just gonna do those 2 rounds off camera, and when I get back, I'll show you and tell you what we need to do next. Okay, so I went ahead and I finished rounds 12 and 13. So now we're going to cut off our copper, and we're going to go back. We're going to go back to our brown. So we're going to have to finish this last stitch with our brown. So I'm going to just go in there. I'm just going to pull that out. And I'm just going to grab my brown and finish this last stitch with my brown. I'm going to pull all that to make sure everything's nice and tight. And now the very last round for the body is 1 single crochet in the next 2 stitches. Gotta make sure I crochet over these tails. And then there's a decrease. 1 single crochet decrease. There we go. And then you just repeat that all the way to the end. So 1 and 2. And then a decrease. 1 and 2. Then 1 single crochet in the next 2 stitches. And then there's a decrease. 1 and 2. And then one single crochet in the last 3 stitches. And then we're just going to pull in our stitch marker. Okay, there we go. There we go. And this is the cute little body of our teeny tiny bear. So now we're just gonna finish stuffing this, and then I'm going to finish it off. And when I get back, after I'm done stuffing my body the way I want to, we'll move on to the arms. Okay, so I have stuffed, finished off, tied off my ends, and I left a long tail here for sewing. So before we start our arms, I'm gonna go ahead and we are going to put the head on to the body. Now, right here is the bottom part of all the stitches. This is what we're going to be going through. So we're going to be going through like here to stitch this on. So it's gonna be something like this, which is too cute. Okay, so let's move this out of the way. We're gonna have to start on the side. So we're gonna go through the bottom part first, like that, and then we'll go through where I want to put it. I'm gonna put it down like this. I want the eyes just like that. Let's see the back. Nope. We should have it this way. Yeah, that's better. Okay. So now I'm gonna hold my tiny bear like this, and I'm gonna go in right there. And I'm putting, I don't want to put the head on crooked in any way, so I'm really gonna try to get it on just right. And I'm gonna go through the back. So here's the first one, and then here, and I'm going through the stitches of the body and then through the head. Go. And then here is there we go. That stitch. Okay. Okay. Here is the stitch. Oh no, he jumped away. There we go. Let's see, wait a minute. Here is this a stitch? No, we just went through that stitch. So we're going through this stitch, and then down here, and there is another one. Now let's see, do we have this correct? Gotta make sure it's on correct. Okay, so it's like that. So let's go through the next stitch, and then it should be like this. Trying to make sure I put this on correctly. I don't want his head looking crooked. Okay, yeah, that's looking right. So here's the stitch here, and then here. All right? That looks about right. Here is the other stitch. No, down here. Okay. Right here in the middle, because that's where that is. Then here, right there. And we have just like maybe three more stitches. Go. I wonder if that, no, that shit, it's not too floppy, is it? Oh no, I was wondering if I should put stuffing in it, but I also don't want the stuffing to come bulging out of my tiny teddy. So here, and then this very last stitch that I have here, I'm gonna tie it off. So I'm gonna go through, but before I pull it all the way up or closed, I'm gonna go through that loop I have left, and then before I pull this one all the way through, I'm gonna go through that loop. And then I'm going to gently push everything down first before I pull it to tighten it and make it into a knot. Then I just take the ends, pull it up through the head. There we go. And then I take my scissors and cut off this extra. There we go. Now, Tiny Teddy has his head and body attached. Yes, there he is. Now he just needs arms and he needs some ears. So we're gonna sit him aside. We're gonna start with our brown and we're gonna make our arms. So first, we're gonna make our slip knot and we're going to chain 1, 2, and 3, and then we're going to join, and in our ring we're going to put 5 single crochets. So 1, 2, this is 3, 4, and 5. There we go. And I'm going to use my bright yellow stitch marker here. Put that in. Uh-oh. Okay, so now we're going to do 2 single crochets into each stitch, which might be difficult because this is very tiny. But this is 1 and 2. And then 3 and 4, then this is, get that in there, 5, and 6, if I can get it in. Okay, there we go. Okay, there's 6. Then this one is 7 and 8. And then we have our very last one, which is, uh-oh, that did not go in. Hold on. Okay, there we go. That's 9 and 10. And now I just need to pull up my stitch marker. All right, so now we're gonna do 1 single crochet into each stitch. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is 9 and 10. There we go. Now we pull up our, that's not right. Pull up our stitch marker. There we go. Now that we've done those, we're going to switch our colors. So actually, this should have been finished in our white. Okay, there we go. So I'm gonna grab my white. There we go. There. Now I'm going to cut the brown. There we go. And now for round 4, we're gonna go ahead and we're going to decrease all the way around. So, there's our decrease. So that's 1 decrease. Then we have our second decrease. Then we have our third decrease. Oh, nope, that's not a decrease. There we go, that's a decrease. So this is our third decrease. And this one is our 4th. Okay, yeah. Our 4th decrease. And then our very last decrease, which is 5. So we have 5 decreases. And then we're gonna go ahead and pull up, that's this, right? This one? Oh no, came apart. Let's pull that up some. This is in the way. We're going to try to pull up, pull up our stitch marker. A little bit difficult because it's tiny. All right, there. Now for round 7 through 5, we're going to do 1 single crochet in each stitch. Since we already did round 4 in white, then 5 will be in white. We'll do one more round in white, and then 6 and 7 will be in our copper. So we're just gonna go ahead and, if I can find it, put, oh, so it's right here, 1 single crochet in each. So you should have 5 stitches, since we did 5 decrease. So that's 1, this is 2, this is 3, this 3, this is 4, and this right here is 5. Now, before I try to pull the stitch marker through, I am going to try and I was gonna try and push this the other way, because I think it might be inside out. This might be a challenge because it is so tiny. Okay, I think I might have it. Come on. Oh, I think I got it. I got it. Oh my, so tiny. Next time when I make the next one, I have to make sure it's the right way. There we go. Because this is how it's supposed to look. Not like what it looked like before. So there. And now we did our 1 round. Was that our 1 round in white? Right, yeah. So we did round, that was round 5. So now 6 and 7 will be in our copper. So we're gonna go ahead and cut off the extra, and I'm gonna go ahead and I need to pull up my stitch marker here. There we go. And I need to finish this last stitch in the copper. So there we go. Now take the copper. There we go. Now I just need to do 2 rounds of single crochet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and of course that's nope, this is 5. Okay, I think I'm just gonna have to count, because this, that's like getting on my nerves. Okay, so again, right, okay, so again, nope, gotta crochet over this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, last one. Gotta make sure I'm single crocheting in the right stitch. So that's 5. There we go. And that is a very, very tiny arm. with a tiny hole. I need to stuff this, and I should have probably stuffed it before, but I'm gonna go ahead first and cut off this extra white that was hanging. Okay, so let's see. Can I get, oh, I can't. So can I get like maybe a sharp pencil? Yeah, I think I can do that. What about, I have one of these little dowels here. I think I can do that, maybe, I don't know. But I'm going to try the most tiniest bit of stuffing here. Oh, this is going to be a challenge. Let's try with the hook, which I don't think is a good idea because it's not gonna do a thing but pull it out. This might work though. Yes, this seems to be working. The next one I'll have to stuff as I go. But you have to make 2 arms. But I'm getting it. I'm getting it in there. There we go. And I actually got stuffing in there. Wow. Okay. Yay, stuffing. That's perfect. Perfectly fine. Now this will go right there. Just like that. So what we're going to do is we'll cut off a pretty decent amount of yarn so we can sew it on up in there. There we go. All right, and we have one little arm that's gonna go right here, and isn't that so cute? There we go. So now gonna go ahead and I'm going to make the other arm, and then when I get back we'll sew it on and then we'll start the ears. Okay, so I went ahead and I finished both of my little teeny tiny arms here. Now I'm gonna go ahead and we are going to sew on our arms. So now I'm going to take, and like I said, it's gonna go, let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, so right at the last one. Oh, let me turn it around. So like this, probably more like that. Ah. Okay, so like right here, and I'm just gonna take a look. Yes, okay. So basically I'm just gonna go through the stitches here and here, and we're gonna sew right at the last copper line. So, oh no, here, I'll take that, put that down, go, and there's the second one. This over, there we go. And then here is the third one. There we go. And I think I'll just go back over it to double it just to make sure it's really secure. Go. And then this very last one. Oh, there we go. And right before I pull that tight, I go in the loop, and then before I pull that one tight, I go back through that one too. Then I just kind of gently push everything down before I really pull on it. And then I take my yarn needle and I hide all of my ends. I just push it up like that, pull it through, and then I just chop off the extra. Oh, and it came back. Okay, so now he has a tiny little arm. Now let's do the other one. Go ahead and just sew this arm on, and then when I'm done sewing the arm on, I will go ahead and we will start doing the ears. Okay, so I went ahead and I attached my arms and stuff, and he has his head and his arms. Now he just needs his ears, and I already went ahead and made one ear. So I'm going to set this one to the side, and I'm going to show you how to make the these ears. This is the last part of our teeny tiny teddy. So we're going to make our slip knot, and then we're going to chain 3. So 1, 2, and 3, and then we're going to join right here, and then we're going to put 5 single crochets into that ring. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and the last one is 5. Now you can use a stitch marker here. I am not, because it's really short. So for round 2, it's 2 single crochet into each stitch. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we start right here. Go ahead and get that in. Okay, so this is 1, and this is 2, and then we have 3 and 4, then this is 5 and 6, then 7 and 8, and then this last one is 9 and 10. And before I finish that 10, I'm going to pull this to close the hole in the middle, and then I'm going to move on to my white. So I'm going to finish this with the white, then I'm going to cut off my brown, and now we're going to move on to rounds 3 and 4. And rounds 3 or 4 are just one single crochet all the way around. Rounds 3 and 4 are going to be done in white. So go ahead and pull that, making sure everything is tight. That's 1, and this is that's 2, and this is 3, this is 4, five, 6, 7, 8, 9, and the last one, this is 10. And now we're going to do this one more time. So 1, 2, 3, and then 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, that's 8, 9, and 10. And before I finish this 10, I'm going to move on to my copper color. I'm going to finish with my copper. I'm going to cut off my white, and then we're going to do we're going to do 6. No, I'm sorry. It's we did 4 and 3, so we're going to do 5 and 6. 5 and 6 and copper. Hold on. Go. So 2 rounds and copper. So that's 1, 2. This is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, that's 9, and last one is 10. And then we do one more. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And before I finish this is our last round. I'm going to go back to our brown. Finish with our brown. We're only going to do one round in brown. cut off our copper. 1 round of single crochet in brown. So this is 1. And then 2. What the? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then we can end with a small slip stitch. Now we're just going to cut off a long tail for sewing. And then we're just going to make a knot so we can secure it. We don't have to stuff it. And then all I need is my yarn needle. And I'm just going to show you how to sew on the ear. So I'm going to flatten the ear. And we're going to put it like right here. Maybe like right there. And we're just going to go through the stitches and then through the tops of the head. Just like that. So through the stitches, then it was like right here, top of the head, and then through the other stitches on the other side like that. There we go. There we go. And then you go back the other way. So top of the head and then down through the stitches. I was trying not to get the yarn tangled, but yeah. So, and then again through the top of the head, through the yarn, and then the top of the head again, just like that. Should be like that. And then we go through again. It's the last one. There we go. And now this is where we would secure it. So before I pull it all the way, I'm going to put the needle through that loop and then through this loop, and then I'm going to push it down and tight, and there we have it. Then I'll just put that in through there, and then we'll just cut it out right there. And there you have your one ear. Now I just need to do the other one. I'm gonna go ahead and do the other one off camera, and then I'll show you what the end teeny tiny teddy looks like.